So, it may or may not have come as a surprise to you, but I've came to the conclusion that I want to return to covering Warframe again. You may go ahead and pause the video now and leave all of the "ha, I knew it" or "I told you so" comments just to get it out of the way, so then I can move on to explaining my decision to return. So I left the game back in August of last year. The video that I made titled "I'm Quitting Warframe," in my opinion, was handled very poorly by myself, and although there are a lot of things in that video that still hold true, like my frustrations with the game, its direction, and some portions of the community, I don't think that it was a good idea for me to say that I was straight up quitting the game for good, simply because in reality, when you've invested so much time and money into a game, it's hard to stay away from it forever. I personally found it increasingly difficult as time went on to completely avoid the game and its community. It felt like no matter where I went, Warframe was popping up somehow. It was on social media, my friends were talking about it, and even sometimes my family brought it up completely out of the blue. It's funny because I went into the kitchen one day and my mum had showed me the PC Gamer magazine with Warframe on the front cover. It frustrated me simply because even though I was trying my best to disconnect myself from everything, it was still popping up in what seemed to be every single aspect of my life, which, to be honest, I should have saw that coming because it has been my life for the past 3 to 4 years. When I made the "I'm Quitting Warframe" video, there were a lot of things going on in the background that pushed me to make the decision to quit the game entirely. I was totally adamant on quitting when I made that video because I thought that the game and its community was a big contributing factor to how stressed out I was getting. But since I've left the game, I've come to realize that it's actually the opposite. Sure, I was feeling a little bit burned out on the game, but I think that if I had just announced that I was taking a few months break, things probably would have improved for me over time and it would have been far less dramatic than it came across. So with all of that being said, I want to apologize to you, my community, and the DE for making that video. In my eyes, it did more harm than good and didn't really provide any value that was noteworthy. I've taken the video down. All that video did was allow me to express my frustrations with the game and its community without offering any form of constructive criticism or feedback, which, to be honest, isn't like me at all. I let my own issues accumulate and then took my frustration out on the game and assumed it to be the source of all problems, when in reality, the problem was me, what I was doing, how I was acting, how I was treating the game, and my career that went hand in hand with the game. It wouldn't really make that much sense if I came out here to acknowledge the problem and to apologize for it without offering up any way for me to prevent the problem from happening in the future. I'm going to be uploading Warframe content to this channel again, my bread and butter content, the guide videos, that is when I get my bearings again and learn everything that I need to learn. But this time around, I'm not going to force myself to make a video to hit a daily upload, and I'm also not going to try to be something that I'm not by scripting guide videos to try to make them perfect. I've come to learn that perfection is the enemy of good, so I'm just going to keep on being me and making my style of content on a regular basis, consistently enough that it gets better with time, instead of twisting my own arm to sit and script something to make it as close to perfect as possible and then still mess it up or not be happy with how it turned out. I'm also going to be streaming the game way less. Those of you who followed me on Twitch know that I stream the game for insane amounts of time every single day on a somewhat strict, consistently inconsistent schedule. From now on, streams will happen between 12 PM UK time and 7 PM UK time. They won't be any longer than 7 hours a time unless something special is happening in the game, like a new update. I know that I've gained a decent amount of subscribers from my Siege content. Unfortunately, I'm no longer going to be uploading Siege content to this channel. However, I am going to be making a second channel where I upload Siege videos. Link to that will be in the description below. I've accepted the fact that from an analytical perspective, this channel will always be seen as a Warframe channel, so for the foreseeable future, all you can expect to see on here, specifically, is Warframe-centric content. I know a lot of you will be happy to hear that, but there may also be a few of you who are concerned about that. I promise that I'll take the steps to avoid burning out entirely this time. What I've come to realize is that I can provide a certain amount of value through my Warframe content to you, the viewer, and maybe even to the developers because of the amount of hours that I have clocked in the game. Providing that value to you guys on a consistent basis was what this channel was all about when it started, and I drifted away from that whenever I was beginning to get burned out. The videos that I was making were just not accurate because I didn't care for the content that I was making. I was just making it for the sake of making it to get a video out, which is the wrong way to go about things. This time around, my attitude is totally different. I'm going to be putting myself first and coming at this YouTube channel from a completely analytical and value-centric angle, providing the best content for you guys while still looking after myself. With all of that being said, I think we've got some state of the game videos to make, as I'm not impressed with the quality of Railjack, and the Kuvelich system definitely needs some tweaking. You can expect to see more opinionated videos from me as well. My time away has allowed me to develop a thicker skin, so I'll be able to handle more negativity and insanity that emerges from the comment section or in the form of a YouTube video if someone disagrees with my opinion. But anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button below. If you disliked it, hit dislike. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.